Hello, Mr. De Vega. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of innovation and culture in Starbucks business organizational structure. So to start us off, the American multinational company Starbucks is the largest coffee chain in the world, and it was founded in 1971 in Seattle by Jerry Baldwin, Gordon Bowker, and Seb. Currently, the CEO is Kevin Johnson, and its headquarters are located in Seattle. The company has over 30,000 retail stores in 80 markets, and it was incorporated in 1985, and in 1992 it went public. Starbucks Corporation's common stock list is on NASDAQ or NASDAQ under the trading symbol SBUX. The Starbucks Corporation opened its second largest flagship store in the world on June 29, 2018 in Beijing to upgrade its innovations in both consumer experience and product categories. So what's culture? Culture refers to the different customary norms in different regions of the world. The culture in Beijing is very different from Starbucks in America. So for example, in China, they don't usually have their tea with sugar and milk, while on the contrary, Starbucks stores in the US don't sell herbal coffees. So culture for Starbucks refers to an adaptive business, in other words, a culture that adjusts to different consumer needs and wants. So Starbucks organizational culture is one of the most recognizable features of the company, not to mention that it was elected as one of the most innovative companies back in 2018. Every season, the company offers new variants of beverages and snacks. For example, in Halloween, they have the pumpkin spice. So they're always changing depending on the season. So what is innovation? Innovation refers to the process of introducing new ideas, workflows, methodologies, services, or products due to the sophisticated market demand. Starbucks is one of the top 10 most innovative companies in social good, and they have partnered with Feeding America in 2016 to create the innovative Starbucks Food Share program. Innovation and culture has been fundamental for Starbucks product to gain competitive advantage over business rivals in different countries and making it the largest coffee house chain in the world and maintaining the highest share of coffee shop market in the US with a 40% market share. Thank you and enjoy your coffee.
So about innovation, other than seasonal flavors and seasonal beverages and changing images depending on holidays, Starbucks innovation centers around something else. Actually, according to the former CEO Orrin Smith, the company's success can mostly be attributed to its innovative business culture model. The concept in and of itself, Starbucks, it's a comfortable, inviting place that serves as a middle ground between home and the outside. That is an innovation. That was a new idea when it was incorporated. It is a place when a community can grow unhindered, and this idea of what a coffee shop, what a coffee house should be, someone that kicked it all off. So Starbucks innovation comes mostly from its human resource department. It is not a company such as Apple that includes constant software updates and new mobile phone models, but it is one of groundbreaking customer service policies in social good. Customers are extremely valuable to the company. It's so much that one of the guiding principles is to consistently, and I quote, consistently create a great experience for our customers, one person, one cup at a time, close quote. So not only are the customers important, as we also mentioned the human assets. The human assets are also important. The line of thought includes preserving the well-being of the employees, and they encourage this agenda by designing a proper, diverse, and fair work environment. As I mentioned, it was selected in one of the top 10 most innovative companies by Fast Company in 2018. So this acknowledgement highlighted the corporation's involvement with social activism, for example, with its partnership with Feeding America. They created a program called Food Share in an effort to make sustenance affordable and accessible to those who do not have access to such basic human needs. In 2018, as of 2018, I'm not aware of the statistics in 2020, but they managed to donate more than 3 million meals to the cause. And as a result, they divert about 1.1 million pounds of food from landfills. So, moreover, Starbucks has been one of the leading brands to work alongside environmentally responsible organizations and cruelty-free distributors and producers, giving back to the communities once the coffee is harvested, ensuring a working environment of dignity and respect for all the human assets.
Now, onto culture. As my companion already mentioned, Starbucks has a very focused view on human resources, especially their customer behavior. The culture of Starbucks is very, as any sort of culture, it's a very complex kind of set of ideas that are hard to separate, but there are some key pillars that hold this culture together. Essentially, those are green retail. That means they like, well, as an essential piece of their culture, they find that being green is an essential part of their business, so they will constantly try to reduce their carbon footprint as much as possible. This means that all of the trash and any material that they don't use is sent to treating plants where they can be reused or sent to any other manufacturing company or service, so that it can be so that the carbon footprint is eliminated as much as possible. Another interesting part of the Starbucks culture is their involvement in communities. They have this very strong need to, when they, for example, in the global scenario, having a retail store in another country that is not the local one can be a very difficult challenge. So what they do is, when going to another country, Starbucks will usually observe the behavior of the people, see what they like, what they don't like, any sort of niche or theme or characteristic that is prevalent in the communities they want to settle in, and then insert that into the already existing and very strong, might I add, culture they have, to create very comfortable meeting spaces. Because that's another very important part of their culture, is that every retail store works, besides being a coffee house, it works as a meeting place. It's not only a place where they sell a product, but they also sell the very essential experience. So essentially, the culture of Starbucks centers not only on the human aspect, but on how the human aspect interacts with the cultural and community aspect. This makes Starbucks a very unique company in that it tries to eliminate as much of the company side of the company, even if that makes sense, to ensure that the customers feel as welcome and as connected to the community as possible.
Okay, and to close up this CUEGIS essay, to conclude, innovation and culture play hand in hand with Starbucks' organizational structure and their efficiency as the largest coffee house chain in the world, as we had mentioned before. Starbucks' culture adapts to different consumer needs, and once, as Esteban had mentioned, they use a matrix structure. And this matrix structure has something that's called the regional divisions, which is divided in 3 regional divisions, which are 1, the Americas, 2, China and Asia Pacific, and 3, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Each division has, each division head is given flexibility in adjusting their strategies and policies to suit specific market conditions. Starbucks has also started their new mobile app, which allows them to do express, which customers can see the different stuff in the menu. They can order it and they don't necessarily have to be at the store making long lines. Especially now during our COVID pandemic, this is very, very helpful because people can't really be out in the streets or out in big, groups of people. In Taiwan, they opened their first store made out of containers. And to conclude, Starbucks as a company has demonstrated throughout their history that they are a contemporary titan. Not because they're extremely savvy with their monetary management, but because they understand the brand and customer base more than anyone. This is because they have innovated a model which includes cultural and community values that are understood and accepted as viable in almost any country they locate themselves in. So that would be our CUEGIS video. Thank you so much, Mr. De Vega. And
Thank you.
Peace out.
Thank you very much.
Bye.